Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. It has been forever since I have actually played this game, so bear with me. So in the last episode, we actually ended up, I think it was Klamath Falls, and we were going to, oh, wrong button. We were going to run down to Los Angeles. Well, I've looked in all three places, and I can't find a trip going to Los Angeles. So we were going to drive all the way down California since we have not been in California. But this trip is going to Red Bluff or Pine Bluff. I thought it was Red Bluff, but it's Pine Bluff, Arkansas. It's amazing, 2,240 miles. We're going to be on I-80 basically for the majority of time, so it shouldn't be too long. Hopefully about 3 episodes long, and so on and so forth. I have absolutely no idea what we're hauling. We're hauling home accessories in the brightest yellow trailer you can find. I was trying to change the color of the trailer, and it wasn't working. So it was originally $7,000, but then I picked this one. If you do mess around with some of the settings, sometimes you can get more money for the same load. Basically what that means is that if you're willing to run a double, Rocky Mountain double, triple, whatever, most of the time you can get more money. So this one was just going to come into a tandem, not that big of a deal trailer, but because I said screw it, we got actually $1,300 more. And all we're doing is hauling a one axle more. I think it's actually a little bit more weight, but I'm not real worried about it. Stop signs, screw it. So the last time I even recorded, I think the last time I even streamed or did anything on the computer other than play a little bit of GMS was before we left for Europe. So this is the first time I think recording or anything. Like I said, other than a little bit of GMS, this is the first time after Europe. So I have a bunch of stories. It's a crazy adventure. I'm happy that we did it. Was it worth it? We'll get into it. Let's just put it that way. Everybody that is on the Facebook, so like I know Dave is on the Facebook, Rasher's on the Facebook, his wife, so on. People that I've met have seen pictures and stuff. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to make a video of all these pictures. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet, but we're going to see what we can do. Maybe like a slideshow, may just be a video. I don't know yet. But besides the point, I guess I'll just get into it. So starting off, we went to Portland. It's about 3 hours away from where we live, but we were going to Portland. And Portland is terrible. Don't like Portland whatsoever, but it ended up being probably the best city we visited. And I'll get more into that as well. So, like I said, we have probably about 4 videos out of this one trip. I'm going to try not to make it that long, but I also don't want to have, a very long episode per deal. Maybe like 30, 40 minutes per video. But we'll start off with this. So we started off about noonish, I think. We left the hometown, went to the high school, got on a coach or a bus, went up to the airport. We were supposed to take off at 7:30, and I think we pretty much did that. 7:30 at night. And so, of course, we got up there, went through TSA, went through the check bags, went through everything that involves getting into an airplane. And it was crazy. Used the passport, customs, just everything. It was, like I said, it was great. So we started off there, and 10 and a half hours later, we landed in Heathrow, also known as London. It was the west side of London, give or take. And I guess Dave lives about 45 minutes or so from London. And so I was under the impression, now of course this is first day, we don't know what we're doing. I was under the impression we'll have 4 hours of free time each day. That was not it. That was not going to happen. So he comes driving out, and yeah, we never met. Not the first day. But anyway, the first day, what we did was got off, went on a walking tour, walked down the river. Can't remember what river it is. Went to some art museum that had nothing to do with anything. I don't know much about art museums, but let's just say it's not my cup of tea. So anyway, so we dealt with that. We went through that. We saw the London Bridge, or the Queen Elizabeth Bridge, or whatever you want to call it. Saw Big Ben. Saw some what looked like Capitol building. And of course, like I said, I have pictures of all these. I may try to add some throughout the video. Don't know how I'm going to do that. It all depends on, so it's on my Gmail on my phone, but I don't know if my computer has like the Gmail photos. I know it has the email, but I don't know if it has the photos. So maybe I'll try to post pictures like in the corner or something while we're driving. So if you see pictures, then it worked. If you didn't, it didn't work. But anyway, so the first day it was just kind of, everybody was tired. Everybody was tired. I know they were like, oh yeah, try to get some sleep on a plane. Well, I don't sleep on planes. I don't sleep in cars, mainly because I'm the one driving, right? So it was a long day. The wife, she got a little bit of sleep, maybe like an hour at most. But yeah, so the first day it was just terrible. Just terrible. Everybody was pissy. Everybody was just tired. And we quickly realized that this was going to be the trip of tiredness. So like I said, we saw Big Ben. We walked across bridges. I think the first day we walked 7 miles. And when you're tired, didn't get sleep, and then you're walking 7 miles, and you're not used to it. That's the key. If you're not used to it, it sucks. It sucks. So the military, I mean, I already gave my hat up to you. You know, I salute the military, everything else, but yeah, could you imagine fighting and just tired all the time? It's crazy. So thank you for all the military men, women, everybody else. It's insane. So anyway, so that was basically the first day. Went to the hotel, and Dave told us that we weren't going to have AC. Well, I was hoping. It was about, it said it was 34 degrees Celsius. I'm not exactly how hot that is, but my guess, it was every bit of 85 to 95 degrees. It was hotter than hell. They were all saying, you know, drink water, drink water. Well, if you ever been to London, the water is absolutely disgusting. Like, just disgusting. You might as well just be drinking salt water, because I think salt water tastes better at this point. I mean, it was just disgusting. But we drank it anyway. So we're trying to drink it. Of course, we only had like a 32-ounce flask thing. One for me, one for the wife. And so after that, we, tried to buy a bottle of water. And I think it was like Scottish water bottle or something. I don't know. Well, it's disgusting too. So apparently the UK just had gross-ass water. I mean, maybe it's good to you. I don't know. But it sure as the hell ain't good to me. But of course, where I'm from, we have actually fresh water, not gross-ass water. But yeah, so that was the first day. Dave, bless his heart, he was there all day long. Oh, look, a river or a lake. He was there all day long at the hotel, and I was trying to give him times of what I thought we were going to be back, and of course that didn't work out. So he's at the hotel for like 8-9 hours, which is just crazy. I mean, I would have gave up a long time before that. So big props to him. But Yeah, so he stayed. Like I said, I still think he's crazy, but he stayed. And about 8, 9 o'clock, he decided to go home, and we didn't get to the hotel until like 10 o'clock. It was nuts. First meal we had was bangers and mash. So basically, we had 2 sausage links and about 2 tablespoons of mashed potatoes, some gravy, brown gravy, and of course, we had about 25 peas. That was it. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to die. Because we didn't have lunch or nothing. And yeah, I was like, daggum. So Deadpool, he was like, oh, when you come over here, you're going to starve to death. And I was like, nah, I don't believe you. Well, we should have. Yeah, that was insane. And like I said, hotter than hell. So we got back to the hotel, took the coldest shower humanly possible. And of course, we had no fan. The window you could open, but it was just hot. So I don't know why you would open a window. Then of course so no fan, no AC, no nothing. Like it was just like a dead room with no air moving. It was terrible. Excuse me. But of course, we all slept because we was all tired. At least me and the wife slept. I mean, I think that was like really the first time I ever fell asleep with no covers on. Another thing that was weird is that so the electrical plugs, they're different. Another big one is that every hotel that we were in Europe was like a duvet, I guess it's called. So basically, it's a comforter inside of a sheet. I don't understand it. So I'm over here, not knowing this. I'm over here trying to figure out why I can't get the sheet. And then I didn't figure out that the comforter was inside the sheet. So it was just a bad day all around. But the next day, like I said, we went to bed finally about midnight, woke up 6, 7 o'clock, ate breakfast, had some British bacon. Yeah, no, I like my bacon better. That's just what it is, how it's gonna be. Our bacon's better. That's it. I ain't fighting. That's just base case for me. This is what it is. Just period. I've had both. Ours is better. Dave, go suck a dick on the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't care. Of course, to him, I told it was different. But anyway, besides the point, the second day, what did we do? So we went to World War II Memorial, or not a memorial, museum. Went to Winston Churchill's bunker for like when they were planning the invasion of France, Normandy, stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't again, I don't think UK believes in AC. It was way too hot. Too many people down there. We did see the color of the guard changing, or changing of the color guard, or whatever it was. I don't understand why they have to wear a big ass black hat. I don't understand it. I mean, our military is just in a military outfit, but whatever, to each their own. We saw Buckingham Palace, stuff like that. Walked around in a park for a little bit. What else did we do? Oh, we saw up close and personal the Big Ben, which is apparently the bell, and the tower is actually Queen Elizabeth, either first or second. Can't remember, but it is the Queen Elizabeth Tower, I think. And then, of course, you saw the Chamber of Commerce, I think it's called. I guess that's where they make all the laws and yada yada. St. Paul's Chapel? Cathedral? Something like that. It sounds familiar for whatever reason. St. Paul something. Of course, this has been about 2 weeks ago since we have actually came back, and so today is Wednesday, Thursday? I don't even remember. What day is today? Thursday, the 10th of July, and we got back on the 30th of June. So we, a little bit of time has passed. Like I said, I spent most of the time trying to get back, trying to catch back up with everybody. We are currently, I think, 5th and 6th. 5th in seasonal, 6th in max gold. So that's not bad coming from 8,900 ounces. But other than that, yeah. I mean, just been tired. Trying to get a sleeping schedule back. I mean, it's not even that it was like jet lag or nothing. It's just trying to get back to normal. Normalcy, I guess, is just, that's been the hardest. And, oh, okay, so I guess we're just going to stop to 25. Oh, and the next big thing, I can't even believe it. Everybody drives on the wrong lane. I mean, well, of course, we're in London, I understand that, but daggum. Nobody drove on the right side of the road. Everybody drove on the left side of the road. Everybody was crowded. Like, they were inches apart. Like, if you could roll down the window on the bus, you could touch the car next to you. Oh, it was insane. Everybody honking and everything. That was crazy. That was crazy. So basically, day 2 is just, another 7.5 mile walk. Like I said, I'll try to post pictures and stuff like that and go from there. The 3rd day, we drove from London to Portsmouth. I found Greg's. Apparently, it's like I wouldn't call it a bakery or nothing, but it's kind of like a 7-Eleven of sorts. You buy shit, and that's about it. And of course, I was told to go there. I didn't actually get a loaded potato. And I was very sad. I was very sad. A loaded potato. So we'll have to go back. Not for a long time, because I don't want to go back, but we'll have to go back. But anyway, so we get to Portsmouth, and we get on a ferry. I think it was like Brittany Ferries or something like that. For 6 hours, we crossed the channel. The English Channel, I think it's called. And let me tell you how much fun that was. It was about as good as watching this video if I wasn't talking. Except I was talking in the video, and I was talking in real life. Not much, but a little bit. The only good thing that happened is that it was trivia, and we got... I'd have to look at the picture the wife took, but it was just me and the wife, and we were like competing against a lot of people. And I think we got 2nd. I mean, we even beat the British people, and most of them were British questions. I mean, it was great. But most of it was based on, I think we got like 1 or 2 questions lower or less than first place, and it was actually kind of funny because first place was another group of ours. It was actually the wife's sister and 3 of her friends, and so they got first place, and what they won was a beach towel. 1 beach towel for the 4 of them. And they're like, oh yeah, it's big enough for everybody to sit on, and yada yada yada. Well, it turns out it's like just a normal sized towel. It was like, daggum. I was like, I'm glad you think that that's gonna fit all of us, But anyway, so they won. Congrats, whatever. Most of them was a major guess, by the way. But, like one of the questions is how many species of bees are they? The bzz, that make honey? And apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently it's 25,000 species of bees. I said 250. It wasn't 250. Maybe I said 2,500. I don't know. Whatever I said, it wasn't right. So, safe to say we got that question wrong. But we did all right. Well, anyway, we didn't get to the hotel that night until about midnight again. And the boat was so hot, just, there was nothing you could do about it. So, that was interesting. That's the first 3 days, basically. Got to France. Learned that I don't speak French, not France. I don't speak France. I don't speak French. A lot of people kind of know English, but not a lot. And that was just going to be the beginning of a lot of people that don't know English, and I don't know French. As you can see, there's a correlation there. And like I said, it was fun being there. But I think the problem is that there just wasn't enough fun to be there. I mean, it was just people in the group, is what it was. I mean, like the first day, I was told, oh well, we already have a tour guide. We don't need you. And it's like, dude, I'm just excited to be here. I paid, $7,500 to be here per person. Me and the wife spent $7,500 per person. That's nuts. And I'm not gonna let some douchebag tell me that what I can and cannot do. It was and that was the first day. That was right after we got off the plane. So yeah, like I said, there was a lot of stuff that happened that shouldn't have. A lot of drama. But I guess that's what you get when you go with a bunch of people from school, like high schoolers. It was just like, why'd we do this? Like I said, happy that we went. So we got to see 6 countries. Start off with England, France, Belgium, a sliver of Netherlands, Germany, lots of Germany. Went into Austria just for a few seconds to get to the Eagle's Nest. Went back through Austria, come back to Munich. And we took off out of Munich, landed in Denver. Had a 6-hour layover. Got on another fantastic airplane for 2 hours. And got home, or landed in Portland. Got home around, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And I was just ready to go to bed. But the good thing is that when we went to bed, when we got back home, I woke up about 10 o'clock in the morning, just trying to, get back into the groove thing the first day. But yeah, so we went 6 or 7 countries. We did 50 to 70 miles of walking. What else did we do? See, another thing is like, if I go to a different country, I want to eat their country's like food. Like, I want to know what it's like to be in Belgium or Germany or something like that. Well, because we had a bunch of high schoolers, they're like, oh, well, we got to find something that they would like. So we ate a lot of like pizza, burgers, and stuff like that. I was like, no, I don't want to, I don't want to do that. I want to eat their food, see what theirs like. So in Germany, like one of the last, I think it was the last day actually, we had schnitzel, I think that's what it's called. Basically, it was a fried chicken, essentially, like a flat fried chicken. That was it. And then we had potato salad. That was it. The best thing I've ever had was actually for lunch. We're at Juno Beach. Can't remember what city that is. But we're at Juno Beach, and I had a burger, and they confused me because they said, what do you want your steak done? I was like, so is it a steak or is it a burger? So that was confusing. But of course, I said medium rare. I didn't know. And that was the best burger I ever had in my life. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know how I missed him, but we did. I don't want to sit behind this guy forever, but it looks like we are. I'm being a European driver. That's all that matters. Okay, now I'm just blinded myself. Nope, don't matter. Coming down into Nevada. Soon we'll be at I-80. And we should be kicking up some miles. I don't even know what we started this trip at. Was it 2,400 miles or something like that? But I figured we'd choose this load because we only been to Arkansas one time, and that was El Dorado. I don't think we've ever been in this save. Maybe we have. But Iowa has come out today since it is the 10th. I haven't gotten Iowa yet. But maybe, just maybe, we'll get it. I don't know. But maybe it's about time we go see Missouri. Go see more of Missouri. Alright, how we doing on fuel? Fuel is good. Barely even used any, which is good. Sleep is about halfway. Time is 26 minutes. So I'm thinking once we get to I-80, we should be in Winnemucca. There should be a truck stop or something there. Stop right quick in the video. Let's see, 8 hours. Oh, home accessories. That's what we're calling. Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. Been so long since I recorded, I forgot to see what I was talking about. Leaving Oregon. Come back soon. No thank you. We got a long ways to go. And the best part about Nevada is you can go 75. Once you get on I-80, it's 80. It's great. You just put the pedal to the floor and get what you got to get done. That's another reason why I got this load. Because we're at 85,000. So if you're new to the channel, probably should have said this a long time ago, but if you're new to the channel, what we're doing is the Old Iron series. So basically this is Grandpa's old truck. Dad didn't want nothing to do with it. The trucking industry, nothing like that. He's a mechanic or something. I don't know. Can't remember what he's doing. But the three brothers, or four brothers technically. So it started off me, Rasher, and Dave. Now it's me, Rasher, Dave, and Scotsman. So the four of us, the four brothers, we all picked a truck. Me and Rasher got the 350s, Peterbilt 350s. And I do believe Scotsman has a 351 with 350 horsepower. And of course Dave cheated, and he has the Kenworth W900A, Smokey and the Bandit truck. And Grandpa said, you know what? You can do whatever you want to the truck. Just don't get it over, 350 horse. So, what we did was you can go over 350 horse, but you have to go over, you have to get the loan paid off. Our loan, I think, is 96 or something like that thousand, so we're almost there. So before you can buy a trailer, before you can buy a garage, before you can buy another truck, before you do basically anything, you must pay off this loan. And like I said, we're almost there. I have the second truck already picked out, ready to go. But I don't want to sell this truck. So, because I don't want to sell this truck, I'm going to have to upgrade the garage and then make more money after that. And so, it's going to be a while in this truck. Of course, if you guys want to play along with the series and whatnot, link is in the description below. Discord is in the link below. The mod list. Whenever we get back into Convoy, because right now leaderboard is in full swing. So as soon as we get back into Convoy, and if you want to convoy along, just join the Discord server. Let us know. And we'll go from there. Maybe we'll stream it. Maybe we'll record it. No idea. But as of right now, just the four of us. I don't think anybody has paid off the loan yet. I know Rasher is close as well. Not exactly sure how close. I think I'm the closest, but I've been doing a little bit more off or without them and more by myself solo. But yeah, I think I'm the closest. Scott's been he's been playing a lot lately, but he's also been on vacation too. Dave, well, it's actually kind of funny about Dave. He was at like 35,000, so he was the lowest out of the $100,000 loan. And then, of course, as soon as all that happens, speaking of Scotsman, as soon as all that happens, his PC gets stolen. And so Dave now has no PC, but apparently he got a new one today. And then he's waiting for a keyboard to come in tomorrow. So he'll be back in action soon. Of course, this trip's gonna, take me probably a few days to do it. I don't know if I'm gonna just do back to back to back like normal. But of course, I got that trip to talk about a little bit and stuff like that, so that'll help. But it's always the first day that takes the longest, of course. You have, you got to get the load, you got to get back out of town. So far, we've been stuck in highways, stuff like that. But we've got a lot of time to get there, so we have 31 hours and 55 minutes in game to get there, and we have 101 hours to actually get there before the load is bad. And so, yeah, I mean, even if you drove 100 miles an hour, that's only 19 hours. But of course, we got to sleep and whatnot, so a little bit of thinking you got to do. We should be pulling into Winnemucca soon. I saw a sign a little ways ago that said 130 miles. We're going to get on 95 south, and I think that is Winnemucca, that rest area. Don't think we'll get fuel, not until, later in life. That's fine. At my calculation, we've gone 400 miles so far. Like I said, also, we can go faster now, so tomorrow is going to be the very easy day. And that's just going to be non-stop, 75, 80 miles or whatever we can keep the truck at. And then we should be getting the bulk of the trip done, well, the next 2 days. If we can get about 700 miles done per episode, tomorrow's episode and the next episode, that's 1,400 miles. That's at 700. And then, of course, however much we get done today, so we'll have 400 miles on the 4th day, give or take. So not too shabby. What we got here? We're turning right. Do we have to stop? We don't, but there's a yield. No one coming. So I hope no one's coming because I didn't stop. $60-mile-an-hour corners, not that big of a deal. And I think since I took this load, hopefully they don't update the game. Because if they do, I'm going to lose this load and I'm going to be pissed. So it's kind of risky taking the load this close to an update. This long of a load, especially. But I figure we can get majority of the money done this way. Real estate. That'd be pretty fun if you could buy like real estate, homes and whatnot. Get some passive income other than workers. There's a lot of things you could add on to this game, but I just don't think they will. They got their hands full of trying to get states and everything out, so don't think they're gonna do it. But it'd be fun to think about anyway. 45, so we're getting into town. Yes, we are. Let's take a quick look-see. There's a fuel station. Do we need to sleep? 5 hours. Here, let's see. I'd rather Not gonna happen. Let's try to make it to Elko. And we'll just fuel up, get sleep all in one spot. So we got 111 miles. Then we could sleep, get some fuel, or even just sleep. Didn't know it was right here. Found it. Winnemucca. Gotta turn my blinker on. So of course I have to, right? You know, just a little bit. And 34. Oh, 70 miles an hour right outside of town. I like Nevada. I love it. It's just great. ADM. Middle of the night. No one cares. That was close. Probably should have stopped, but it's fine. Realism. Who actually stops at stop signs? Technically we are. But who actually wants to stop at stop signs? Alright, let's see. You turning, going straight, turning, of course. So the episode that actually came out, I think today, maybe it was yesterday, was the oversized load that we took from Laurel to Sydney, I think. That was an interesting trip. Never again, but it was an interesting trip nonetheless. Cop kept slamming on the brakes in front of us, and it was just like, really? Didn't make a corner, so I had to back up, and they were like, oh, hey, you're gonna hit the guy behind you. Well, tell him to move. You know, I gotta make the corner. Move. So that was fun. Fun adventure. If you haven't seen it yet, when this episode comes out, it's a few weeks ago. But everybody that's here, I do appreciate every single one of you. No, I don't say it enough, but I do appreciate every single one of you. We're at 1,935 subscribers, so we're almost to 2,000. That's what we're heading for. That's what we're trying to get to. So if you know anybody that hasn't met the channel or hasn't, seen or anything else like that, if you would give it a subscribe and then share it. Leave a like if you want. Helps me out so very, very much. And of course, like I said, I appreciate all of you. We'll be doing some more live streams coming up. I do have a live stream channel that I'm not necessarily promoting yet. May just still do live streams here and then upload them there. Don't know yet. So if I do live stream on Twitch, what I'll probably do is I'll just share them to that YouTube. So that link will be in the description below as well if you want to take a look-see at that. And, but yeah, so if you stay tuned, actually it'll probably be, if you catch it before this video comes out, you will be able to watch some Farm Sim 25. Apparently we got a server that's going to be rented, and we're just going to be playing some Farm Sim 25. It's been forever since I played Farm Sim anything. So the fact that we have some 25 coming up, it's going to be a fantastic time. Guess we got a 4 times the size map. It's just going to be a good old time. Do our part in driving or harvesting or do whatever it needs to be done. So we may be able to stream some of that, maybe recording some of that. Who knows? Who knows what the world may bring. There we go. Set at 84. Yeah, baby just screaming now. 2,000 RPMs. Normally the speed that she wants to do, if we stay in our lane, is about 70, 75. Well, if we can keep her about 80 the entire way, we'll be covering ground in no time. And we might as well get fuel now. And of course, Nevada, the fuel should be much cheaper. Right now, diesel prices are just insanely expensive. Like, we're talking, we got fuel, it was yesterday? And it was $4.35 a gallon, and that's for bio. That ain't even for real diesel. Real diesel at the Chevron is $4.85, $4.84 at Chevron. It is just insane. And of course, if you're in Europe, that is per gallon. I know you guys have more expensive fuel, yada, yada, yada. Who cares? The fact of the matter being, it is insane that it is that high. And then, of course, gas prices, they're at $3.85 at the good old Costco. Come on. It's 80 miles an hour. Why are we doing 62? Gonna have to get off soon. Come on, let's go. Oh god, this is gonna be bad. Road work ahead. What lane's closed? Okay, it's right lane. Good. Means everybody's gonna slam on the brakes. You're gonna cut me off. 55. What are you doing? Oh, don't come over now, son. The AI in this game is just... there's no word for it other than just stupid. You know, there's just no other word for it. It is just complete... what are you doing? That is insane. But we did about 600 miles if it was 2,400, so that's not bad. Let's see. Clear. Not clear, but once I get going, clear. Hopefully we'll explore a little bit of Elko so we can discover Elko. Gonna get fuel, turn back around, come to this diner and sleep. But we should be getting there relatively soon. Depending on how tomorrow goes, I would imagine 2 more episodes. We'll get fueled up so we don't have to stop in tomorrow's episode. Alright, come over far enough. There we go. And $3.87 a gallon. I wish. What do we got here? $429. It's not terrible. Now the fun part. Gotta get this baby turned around. Car coming. Oh, da, 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 da. There we go. In front of a cop too. Beautiful. Have no error. Anybody coming? No, no, no. And let us see. Well, there we go. Loan payment installed. $104. Sometimes I wish it was more. Let's see. There's this button. Let's look at services. The bank. So it's $98,000. So it's $14,000. Okay. That sucks. 20 out of 1,092. That's insane. But it is per day, so I guess if you paid a month, so 30 days, that'd be $3,000. It's not terrible. How terrible. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy. I'll catch you in the next one. And you all, take care.